I applied for and was issued a Schengen visa. I recently got a Schengen visa via Malta, and I just returned from Malta. I thought I should share my process, how much I spent, what you require, how I applied the visa, everything. Every single thing. Hello, my name is Gloria, and I'm your baby girl who tells everything you do need to know or you do not need to know. If you are interested in anything that is associated to my page, if you look, you'll see some of the videos I've created. Please follow, subscribe, share my videos, and yeah, you're not going to regret being here. I just applied and got a Schengen visa, which enables me or enables anyone who has been issued the access into 29 Schengen countries, European countries. These are Malta, Portugal, Paris, list it. These countries allow you to stay, to visit, for tourism, but not to work. You can stay for up to 90 days within a given 180 days period. If you do not hold a UK passport or one of the very, very strong passports, you will need a visa to enter or go into one of those Schengen areas. So I had to apply for Malta because I was going to Malta. I went on a guest trip. I'm going to be attaching videos throughout this video so you can see what I was up to in Malta. If you're following me on Facebook, you will be up to date with the vlogs. I shared every single thing. When I thought I was going to Malta, the first thing you need is to find out which of the Schengen countries you want to go. Once you've made up your mind, in fact, one thing I actually learned that I didn't know before is that 11 of us that went to Malta, one thing I discovered is one of us applied through Spain. And when she messaged me, I'm like, how did you apply through Spain? Do you have to go through Spain? Because when my husband traveled to Portugal last year, he had to go through the country that he applied through because he did not apply through Portugal. He said no, he wasn't going to apply through Malta and she wasn't going to go through Spain. She's going to just go to Malta even though she's applied for Spain. And we got to Malta. They only asked her, will she be going to Spain? And she said no. There was no question asked, nothing. She managed to pass. Please do not quote me. But I tell you, she did it. She applied for Spain, but she went through Malta. So that is one thing I learned. I don't know why or how it was allowed. So one of these visas to any of these Schengen areas will allow you to go through the country you've applied for and even go through other countries within the Schengen area, which is beautiful. What you need is your time. You need to give yourself at least 2 months or at least a month, because Malta visa, the one I applied for anyway, is a 3-week wait period. Although mine took a little bit of unnecessary delay, it is about 3 weeks. And if you give yourself time to get all the time you need so your visa can be approved. Please pardon me if you see me looking down, it's because I don't want to forget everything I have listed here. I went to Malta for 3 nights and 4 days with a group of 11 friends, and so many of you have asked me how much was it, this and that, how much did I pay, right? So what I paid for, I'm going to be going through both the visa, the resort I stayed, everything I did, you know, not just the process of getting your Malta visa. So this holiday, the package, the flight, we went through Ryanair, and Ryanair is not the best airline. I think they are one of the worst when it comes to their baggage. You cannot take big baggage, you just hand luggage, except you're paying for priority or you're paying for the baggage. So we just paid for basic handbag. I paid £230, and that includes 2 adults sharing a room. That is for the whole holiday package. My flights, and for myself and somebody else to share a room, it was £230, and that is half board. If you don't know what half board is, I didn't know until I went on this holiday. Half board means you can have breakfast, you can have dinner, you can have snack, but you're not allowed to have lunch and the in-between alcohol or snack in the afternoon. You have to pay for. But if you're doing full board, you allow access to everything. That if you're going on a package, which I went on. So I did half board because I don't drink alcohol. Ryanair to Malta from Edinburgh was about 3 hours and 20 minutes going. It was about 4 hours coming. So what did I do? How did I get my visa? Once I was ready to apply, I had to get to Malta website. So it is very easy. Malta visa was one of the easiest visas I've ever applied for. And that being said, I've applied for a few. Go to the Malta website, download the application form. Even though the application form I downloaded and filled, when I got there, the lady told me it was wrong and gave me another one which I refilled. I just copied the same thing into something that looks similar. Right. Go to Malta website, download the documents, you will see it is very easy. The things you're going to need: your name, your address, your how many days you're going for, why are you going, how many of you are going, what job you do. It just asks you the basic thing. I don't want to be opening the app to be showing you just now. Just download that document, fill it, and then get yourself a passport photo. Go to Boot, Asda, anywhere, snap a passport ID, Malta visa type passport, and take 2 with you when you go. Is it 2 or 1? One passport with you. So once you've done that, you go to the VFS website, and then you're going to book an appointment. VFS is the one I use. I think the other ones you can use. That's the one that is closest to me in Edinburgh. Although when I went, it was nonsense because it was too filled. There was no, they were not taking precaution to the time allocated. I was allocated, I think, 11:30. I left there 5 o'clock in the evening or 4:30. So it was giving Nigeria embassy vibe because there were so many of we Africans, Indians, Asia. That's why they also get their passport in Edinburgh. So I didn't really have the best experience in the VFS office in Edinburgh. That being said, you may not have the same experience, but there were loads of appointment dates. In fact, I cancelled my appointment and then I rebooked because I wasn't ready with the documents. And the same money I used to book the first one was the same money I used for the second one. It just automatically, I don't have to pay again. And what I paid for the booking of the appointment only was £28 along with me. I may be all over the place, but please come along with me. You go to the website, you book your appointment, £28. You download documents from the Malta or even Schengen site. It asks you where you're going, and then you download and you fill that. It's the same form. Okay. The document that I needed to go with, I needed my pay slip. They will say 3-month pay slips, your 3-month bank statements, or proof of employment. If you're employed, your employer. For me, I didn't actually have my offer letter. I couldn't find it on the NHS. I couldn't even log in. So what I used was one letter I got from my employer not too long, stating that I work in ICU and blah, 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 many hours I work and how much I pay. So if you have any full letter like that, or if you have your employment letter, I think for students, you need your, is there admission letter? There's a letter a student will need. Just bring this letter, add it to your document. Of course, your travel document, which is your international passport, the passport photos I asked you to go with, the payslip, bank statement, and make sure in your bank, people will say, some will say have at least £1,000. Make sure you have at least some money you're going to spend. The more money, the better for you. I don't know how it affects your visa application or approval, but at least I've heard that you should have at least nothing less than £1,000 in your account before you apply. You know, and then your proof of employment, I've said. Visa, when I got there, the visa application fee, which I paid there, was £108. I paid £28 for appointment. I paid £108 for visa application. And then I took health insurance, actually, for 1 month. I took health insurance for just the period of which, I think I took it for 7 days or for 1 month for only Malta. I didn't know. It was like £7 or £10. When I got there, the lady that was going to take my biometrics said I was supposed to take insurance that would cover me the whole of Europe, so that, you know, in case I decide to go to any other place. You know, when you're in the middle of interview, you have no time to argue. She gave me somewhere, she just advised me, and is it travel safe? I just went and I bought a year package, which was cheaper. She said, a year is cheaper. If you're buying monthly or that's going to cost you more money. So I bought a year package and it cost me £73. Okay, so the first one I paid was £10. I lost it. Of course, I still have the insurance, but it was of no use to me. And then I bought a year health insurance for £73. Okay, so £23 for appointments, £108 for visa, £10 for the insurance I mistakenly bought, to £73 for the insurance I actually needed, which will take me a year. So I can use it up to next year, March. And I can use it in the whole Schengen. And it covers up to over 1 million. If, God forbid, I go abroad and I decide to, you know, become unwell or break my leg or something, they will take care of me and bring me back home. Right. On the day of the appointment, I just took myself to Edinburgh. Like I said, it was a messy looking set up. Too many people, they were not following the appointment time. I heard that it's very difficult to get appointment with VFS in other parts of the UK, but in Edinburgh there were loads. I've heard people travel from England to Scotland just to get an appointment. So the total money I spent, and the places when we went to Malta, that's in a different video. Like we went to a place called Quara. The local told me it's not Quara, that is Aura, but it's pronounced Quara Resort and Spa. and that place has everything. It has over 1,005 rooms. They have spa, rooftop swimming pool, downstairs swimming pool, games room, children's section, nightlife in there. And we went through places like Gozo, went to Blue Lagoon, went to Valletta, went to Medina, went to St. Julian. We just toured and toured and toured the whole city, and it was fun. It was fun. Alcohol was free, unlimited, juice, drink, tea, everything was buffet, breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you do football, it's free of charge, it's a buffet. That was where I went. And I heard Malta is very, very rich in culture. Less than 500,000 people in Malta. In fact, I had the best time, and I heard it's very, very safe. 90% of the population in Malta are Christians. So I found that really interesting. So many things happen, even disciples, so many things happen. I don't want to go into that. So many things happen in Malta that I think if you want to go, you should go to Malta. Malta is a very small island. So the total cost I paid for both the application, the booking, insurance was £449. Okay, but when we were going, we were advised to come with about £150 just for our transportation. If we want to eat out, which we did, not really eating out, but buying snack, ice cream, bus fare, ferries, all that, we're advised to bring 150, but I went with equivalent of 300 euros worth. 300 euros, so that was about 200 and something pounds, and I came back with 150. So let's say I spent about 150 on the trip. So 150 plus 449, let's just say 450. So 150 plus 450 is about 600 pounds. That was all I had to spend in Malta, both from the beginning to the end, and I still came back with some change. That is it. Shikena. Class. I hope this video has helped somebody either to plan a holiday, plan a trip, or Schengen Visa is very easy. It's easy. Although unfortunately, I don't know why they actually issued just a month visa, but I heard it's because it's my first time applying. It's my first and my last. I'm not gonna apply again. I just wanted to see what it's like. I don't need it anymore. I don't want it. They can keep their visa. I heard if you apply subsequently, they will give you like a year, 6 months. And if you're a frequent traveler, obviously they'll give you more years. But for me, they gave me just 1 month. It's okay. It served the purpose. I've used it. It's fine. Thank you so much for watching. If you need any other video, if you need tips, anything you need, if you want more detail about Malta, go to my Facebook. Now you go tired. I have loads of vlogs there. Every day I had a vlog. I had over 21 videos posted on Facebook about Malta everywhere I went. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care, stay safe, rest, take care of yourself, and I'll see you later. See you later. Mwah.